Broadcasting live from Studio 3 at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, you're watching Stallion TV.
Welcome to Stallion TV for Wednesday, March 13th. I'm Eileen Bjork, Nova Scotia.
And I'm Hunter Holton. Thanks for joining us here today at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College.
In a time where our only options in the presidential election are male citizens, Araby, Georgia has elected an unlikely official as mayor. Here's Stallion TV's Anthony McDonald to bring us the details.
He always does that.
I know.
I've always picked, not really picked, but joked my whole life how Robert rides around the city.
Yeah.
Well, I realized a few weeks ago, I was just doing my little rounds. I was right behind him, making the exact same rounds he did. And I'm just like, I can't say anything anymore.
Yeah.
Just checking out the city.
21-year-old Brooke Huckabee is the youngest mayor in Georgia history and the youngest female mayor in United States history. Brooke's father was mayor before her, and some of her constituents have been here long enough to watch Brooke step into her father's shoes.
Brooke being the mayor, well, I voted for her. She had my support based on who else was running against her. I thought she was the best possible candidate. And I like that we have younger people in the council and mayor seat. Oh, her dad was good. He stayed busy with the cotton gin and his other business, but he was here to answer any questions that came up and do his mayoral duties that were required. I think Brooke will be more hands-on, but he was a good mayor too. And she has some big shoes to fill, but I think she's very well capable of doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all excited for the PD?
We are. Are we getting it?
We're going to attempt to.
Okay.
We're going to attempt to. That's what we're going to meet tomorrow about it.
What would motivate someone to take on such a monumental task?
Growing up, having, my daddy being a pastor and raising me in church and everything, and, you've always heard, you can do anything with God, anything's possible. And I think that that's something that we're lacking as a society, is that, that faith to believe that we can jump into anything and succeed at it. So I guess God and my religion is where I would say that I find my inspiration, because I know that nothing that I want to accomplish that's in God's will for my life is gonna, get away from me without me being able to attain those goals.
Brooke's story is an inspiration for everyone, young and old. The older generations, because it brings a sense of hope. Hope that the younger generations are coming to grab the baton and keep the fire alive. The younger generations, because it brings a sense of validation, like our ideas are important and our voice matters. With Stallion TV, I'm Anthony McDonald.
This Women's History Month, Brooke is a great example of women making history. To answer more questions and give us more details, our correspondent Anthony McDonald is here with Brooke in the studio.
Thank you. Hello, Brooke.
Hey.
What do you plan to accomplish during your tenure as mayor?
Well, with me, along with the city council, hopefully we're working on getting a police department. We just had our first meeting about that last night, and the community responded. Not sure how much they're going to love it, but we're still in the process of it. Hopefully getting a playground, possibly a library, just some things that'll kind of make people want to move to Araby, give them a reason to bring their families into the community and really be involved,
Can you tell me about the things that have motivated you with your ambitions?
I'd say a big motivation for me was just the lack of interest by the younger generation in politics. We don't really know what's going on. We don't have any interest in our economy. And that's scary because, our whole lives we've grown up, our parents before us, we've had the older generation kind of running things, and they're not going to be around forever. And I think a big motivation for me was just kind of realizing somebody had to take that initiative, and why not be me?
How does it feel being a piece of living history?
I feel very honored that the citizens of Araby, you know, elected me to this position. I never came into it with the goal of being the youngest mayor in the United States, or the youngest female mayor in the United States, or the youngest mayor in Georgia. I just wanted to, you know, do something to better my community and hopefully encourage others to follow along and do the same thing.
So thank you, Brooke. And back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Anthony. We'll be back with more from Stallion TV after these messages.
Potential delays for the morning commute. In other news, a recent government report on prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
What are you talking about, man? Look at this stats.
It's about your right to be informed. Your right to access all types of information keeps us free as a nation.
No.
Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas by...
And your right to know about the world around us.
Look.
Some threats are obvious, some are easy to miss, but they all put our way of life at risk. We must defend against all of these threats, no matter what kind of news is important to you.
Justified putting American troops in harm's way?
That's a great question.
We must protect our right to know before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
ABAC Homelessness Project is designed to spread awareness about the issue of homelessness. Stallion TV's Abisai Vasquez reports.
Fall semester of 2022, the ABAC Homelessness Project started off as a small group of students united in one ambitious goal: to help people who were without food and housing. Skylar Turner, the founder and original president of the Homelessness Project, was inspired to create the club as she grew more aware of the issue.
The way that I like to think about it is I became more aware of the issue, and then I became more understanding about the issue, and then it was like, all right, let's do something about it. But so that happened because I saw people like just literally on the streets.
Before long, she had a whole room of members who joined the club and were willing to host campouts and plan events to spread awareness. Under new leadership from Kaylee Walls, the club continued to grow long after Skylar graduated.
Skylar had laid down a really great foundation, and so that allowed us to grow and develop as a team and just with the people around us. So we were able to take what we had experienced, good and bad, from the previous semester and use that to grow in the next semester.
After club advisor Dr. John Cable stepped down, attendance declined, endangering the club's existence. Fortunately, Austin Kearns was able to save the club.
Few of my friends volunteered to be officers, and we got Dr. Sharp to be the club advisor, and then we tried to get things in motion this semester.
For Austin, the main problem is that people aren't aware that the club exists.
Homelessness is a real issue, and I just want more people to know about the fact that there's a club that's trying to spread awareness of it and help out any way we can.
The Homelessness Project was created to help educate students on the issue of homelessness and how they could help those in need. The club needed to be saved, and it was. The club will continue to help the community on and off campus. For the Stallion, I'm Abisai Vasquez.
The club is planning to host their event, the Hunger Games, at the end of March, open to any major.
The platform YICAC provides a place for people to anonymously bully each other on campus. Targets include students, faculty, and staff, with no one being exempt. Stallion TV's Antonia Platzbecker talks with one student who was victimized.
Someone said that someone was an emo waddling outside Lakeside, and then I figured out through a friend that it was me, and I was very disappointed. Oh my gosh, I'm self-conscious about the way I walk now.
Ella is a student who was targeted with hateful posts on the anonymous app YikGag because of the way she dresses and walks. She's one of many attacked there: minorities, strict professors, and anyone different than the norm. Student opinions about the controversial website differ.
I don't like YikGag because it's not beneficial to the campus and it hurts students on campus.
I think it's a great app, promotes free speech. It's wonderful.
At the end of the day, people don't use it for the right thing, and they just use it to complain about stupid stuff that has no place on social media.
Dean Ellen Kramer addressed the school's policy surrounding anonymous posts.
When it comes to student code of conduct and enforcing an anonymous website, I mean, you run into freedom of speech. I mean, you don't know who's saying what. It's a double-edged sword, right? It can be very good. It can be also very evil as well. So it depends on how we use it. Try to get away from something that isn't good for our mental health. We all have goals and dreams, so try to keep things positive.
Today, Ella can laugh about her story, but not everybody's the same. We should remember to be kind with our words and that there's another person sitting on the other side of the screen. For the Stallion TV, I'm Antonia Platzbecker.
There is mental health therapy available on campus, and students can access a free counseling app on Georgia View that is open 24/7.
ABAC has had a lot of competitive sports within the past month, but now it's time to bring the competition to the table. On March 26th, there will be a pool tournament in Town Hall at 6 p.m. At ABAC campus, pool is a common game that students play for free in their downtime. Both Lakeside and the back of Town Hall have pool tables to be reserved by a temporary trade of your ID, and also includes pool cues, balls, chalk, and triangles to borrow until you're done. Some students play it straightforward, some take it seriously, and some just play it for fun. Regardless, there's definitely going to be a hefty challenge here among peers. Alexander Thibault informs us on his hopes in the competition.
I've been playing a lot of games. Just getting reps in helps a lot. I've been practicing my form too.
So do you have confidence that you're going to win?
Yes, I think I can. I think I'll give it a good shot.
For a game as relaxing as pool, it can be as competitive and fun as your average sport. Flyers are posted around the campus. Scan their QR code to sign up and learn more information.
Dr. Franzel Pertilla came to speak to the Club AMI about small business and entrepreneurship. Stallion TV's Jalen Edmondson reports.
You must have a plan. You must have a plan. And this is where
Dr. Franzel Patilla informed the group to pursue an education and have a business mentality, as the young men are given the opportunity to succeed from the resources at AMI.
the African American Male Initiative is going to provide some very much needed structure and caring and consulting work and just exposing these students to the business environment, to the social environment, and the like.
AMI member and senior biology major, Jay Robinson, has a lot of experience with businesses, considering his stepmom has a catering business, but Jay wants to go another route.
While I was growing up, they were trying to necessarily get me to start something at a point in time, but nothing that I was thinking about that could potentially be something was something that I wanted to specifically do. They were like, hey, you can do like lawn care, etc., but those things weren't really appealing to me. Art was always my hobby. Art and computers was always my hobby. So obviously, I never took art very seriously until like a few years prior. So once I did start taking it a bit seriously, I realized that there were many different avenues to actually use your hobby as a source of income or even just have a business based on your hobby.
When you consider starting a small business, have a plan or do some research prior to your decision. And based on what you heard, Dr. Patilla can be someone you can go to for advice. For Stallion TV, I'm Jalen Edmondson.
If you or another student have any questions to ask about small business, you can contact Ms. Pertilla at fpertilla@abac.edu.
Grab your raincoats and umbrellas because it looks like we will see some wet conditions here soon in our weekend. Stallion TV's Antonia Pletzbecker tells us more.
Thank you, Hunter. A stormy week lies ahead of us. This Wednesday in Tifton, expect mostly cloudy skies with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 51. For Thursday, we will have sunshine and only a few clouds during the day with a high of 79 and considerable cloudiness at night with a low around 57. On Friday, you can expect a rainy thunderstorm from 2 to 4 p.m., which will only stop for a few hours and is expected to return during the night. Temperatures will drop from 80 degrees during the day to a low of 65 at night. For the weekend, Saturday looks like it might bring some more thunder and rain showers with highs around the seasonal average and cool lows. We then expect thunderstorms all day on Sunday with highs in the mid-70s and lows in the upper 50s. Stay safe out there. Back to you, Hunter.
I know I'll be staying inside and out of the rain this weekend.
New items have landed in the Stallion shop recently that aren't exactly ABAC green and yellow. Men and women's style boutique clothes have been put on display. There is a choice of designs in women's blouses with some different types of hair accessories, like ties and clips. There are also simply Southern mini coolers available for purchase. For the men, there are some t-shirt options with matching hats to go with. Here's the Stallion Shop's manager telling us about the new additions to the store.
So we feel like since a lot of our students here are getting ready to enter their professional careers, they're doing like internships and things like that, we figured that if we bring those boutique clothes, it'll be easy for them to have access to those clothes without having to go like across town. They're already here on campus, so they can do a quick grab and go.
You can check out the new apparel during the week, Monday through Thursday, until 5 in the evening and 12 in the afternoon on Friday.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm going to get me some new threads after the broadcast.
I'm really interested in like boutique clothing, so I'll definitely stop by and look at it. How about you?
I'll definitely need one of those flowery dresses for summer.
Nice. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching Stallion TV. I'm Hunter Holton.
And I'm Antonia Platzbecker.
And I'm Eileen Bjork, Nova Scotia. And we'll be back with more news from Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College on March 27th.